Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's week 2 of the NFL preseason on we'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis
Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Well, the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get over to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with one.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison, down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts' 18-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a run with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts getting ready to take over for the first time. And you're going to look at their 6-year quarterback in his first season wearing the horseshoe. It's Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz made the move from Philadelphia to Indianapolis back in mid-February. And although his last season as an Eagle, not one that he wants to remember, he's now reunited with his former offensive coordinator and current Colts head coach Frank Reich, and gets to play behind one of the best offensive lines in football. A great place to resurrect his career.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? They read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Carson Wentz and the Colt offense ready to go back to work. He's probably feeling like he dodged a little bit of a bullet through the interception on the last drive and then the missed field goal, so no points.
Not only did he dodge the bullet, he can go back out there and flourish now. And I'll guarantee this, one of the leaders on the defense came off the field and told him, don't worry about it. You noticed? We got you.
And he's brought down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. Now Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back out, he's getting plenty of blocking. A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. And this is going to be intercepted.
Defensively, of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Wentz.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. Oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook.
124 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Powers through. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. A give. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On second and goal, Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Joseph on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete, as we thought they might do. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Wentz to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Come on!
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now is just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hines on the toss play. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it.